It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Steelers and the Saints under the lights on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, son, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. With Brock here, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And off we go on Thursday night. Deontay Hardy to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They're brought out by a former first-rounder and Rookie of the Year runner-up in 2021 out of the University of Alabama. It's Mac Jones.
Well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes, all those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Play fake, Jones. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He made taking away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. Anticipated that route. It was Johnny on the spot.
Motioning left is their running back. Jones now on third down. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, it's Jones to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's contained at the line for no gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Ooh, this was not hit well, and it's headed for the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And leading them out is a Washington product who's fought to stick around the league since going undrafted back in 2019. It's Jake Browning.
Kate, if there's an adjective to describe Jake Browning's career in the NFL, I think I'd have to say grit. He's been on practice squads. He's bounced around different teams and different systems. He waited a half-decade in this league, persevered before he got his shot, and he made the most of it. And people on Montlake will tell you, well, just like they said in Folsom when he was in high school in California, he may not throw it the farthest or the hardest, but he has such tremendous command of the football.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
This is Harris on 2nd down. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Staying on the grab with Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw, Browning. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
2nd down here, another give to Harris. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A 3rd down run with Harris. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Harris once more. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Throwing is Browning. He brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Hardy on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. 2nd drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Steelers will take over possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running behind center with Harris. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Third and 4 coming up now. Here's Browning now. He finds Pickens left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running left is Harris. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They'll run with Harris, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Browning. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Pete Werner has it. And the Saints get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have, and you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running back sent in motion. Jones on 1st down. That one's cut along the left sideline. Into the red zone. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. His return starts at the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Najee takes this one. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. I'm trying to run it with Harris. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress out of the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. A give left side. Here's Harris. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's 2nd and 7. That throw finds Pickens. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They're set up at the 35 now. Looking to throw, Browning. Caught by Freiermuth. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll hand it off to Harris. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Trying it again with Harris. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. It's 4 yards on 2nd and goal. Now they'll only need 3 on 3rd down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a...
And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, It really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Saints 7. Chris Boswell will kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First down throw by Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 39. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Here's Jones to throw. Hit some space around midfield. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. Finds him on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Blitz coming for Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now we're on the counter. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Jones now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
They send the tight end in motion left. Second and 10 now. Jones connects on the crosser. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Here we go. 11.
Now Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
That puts us at the 2-minute warning. And it's the Saints with 3rd and very long. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Short pass brought in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on a football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints tie things up at 14. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. He fields it from the 8. Returns looking good so far. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Now it's Browning. The throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Steelers calling their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Back to throw, Browning. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
The Steelers set to punt it. Back deep for the Saints is Rashid Shaheed. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And now it's 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind.
Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
And the Steelers go in nickel. 3rd down. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
It's 4th down.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. That is the halfway point here on Thursday night. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the 3rd quarter. And they could take control in the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now, as we get a chance to look at their picks from this year's draft, Brock, we see a lot of names that are set up to help this team, both this year as rookies and down the line as well.
Yeah, you really see the 2 draft strategies combined here, right? Best player available and drafting for need. Some people will like one, some like the other. Personally, I think it's best when you add both to a class like they did. Some of these guys we're going to see right away, and others, well, they're going to have to develop to add some depth and serious talent down the road.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes this one at the 40. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Saints will get set to take over. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Carr off the play fake. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Steelers have it, headed the other way. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Saints 14. Chris Boswell is kicked off for Pittsburgh.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Throwing his car. Has it downfield, working the left. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Miller. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
That finds Miller complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. It could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. A tight end in motion now. Going to the ground again on first. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They give it to him again. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 28. That's complete to Wilson. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers take a 13-point lead. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Saints 14. Chris Boswell is kicking off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Pistol snap to Carr. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped that time by Mark Robinson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They go play action with Carr. Able to get it to Moreau. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That one's complete over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Now an inside handoff to Miller. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now following that play, we have somebody shaken up, and man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one, to mention the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balanced takes apart a defense.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 48. It's taken in by Washington. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Right up the gut. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They bring their tight end left. From the 20 on 2nd down. Running in the red zone. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll try and punch it in. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Going ground game again here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Saints 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Mims. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Motion man sent left. Hand off here for Miller. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Carr throwing on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Carr now on 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. This finds Moreau. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Throwing again, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Cut by Miller. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Touchdown, New Orleans! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So here are the Saints facing a consequential 2-point attempt.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd, less than a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Simple dive up the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
First down, ball at the 36. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Steelers leading by 6. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Setting up to pass. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Give now to the running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The Saints call their third and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. It's running out of steam, and it falls just short. It's no good. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
They tried for the field goal to really eliminate all shadow of a doubt, and instead, let's introduce some doubt into the picture and a little energy on the other side, Kate. It's not quite an automatic win still. They're going to have to get focused defensively and make sure they get a stop to clinch this.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.